let's go to Alaska. My dad said, Jeff, I'd love to, but we're going to have to save. So that day, he came over with a little cam with a picture of Alaska. My dad was a great artist. Wrapped around this coffee can that we still have and an almanac of Alaska. And he said, Jeff, we'll go soon. And unfortunately, right after that, he got sick with cancer and he died about 2 months later. But I got to tell you, he loved this little guy, and we were so fortunate that he was around for both Heather and Jeff's births. Jeff had absolutely wonderful grandparents. My dad was a surgeon, a very spiritual man, very hopeful. And he made time for all the 9 children. I was blessed to be the middle child. And I was fortunate enough to be able to find and know Ted and Amy and Mary and Paul. And I was also able to know Phil, Chrissy, Sarah, and Jenny. And we prayed for these guys every single night. God bless Ted, Amy, Mary, Paul, Phil, Christine, Sarah, and Jenny. God bless. My wife has 13 in her family. Gary, Carol, John, Barbara, Nancy, Georgie, Larry, Paul, and Mary, Rick, Teresa, and Bob. Wow. I want to thank my family for coming. You're all so incredibly accomplished. More importantly, you are truly wonderful, kind people and wonderful parents. And you have set wonderful examples for my children throughout. To all the outlaws, I salute you because we are all slightly crazy. So thank you for hanging in there with us. That brings me to Jeff's grandmother. She was a very, as they say, spirited lady. She was a little tough. She was beautiful and an incredibly hardworking woman who really raised all the kids. Because my dad was always out doing surgeries, especially out of town late at night. Janet's mother was the same, only she was a little kinder and gentler. But she raised 14 kids while her father worked 3 jobs to keep food on the table. So Jeffy and Heather had 40 wonderful aunts and uncles and their in-laws. And they got to know most of them. And a special thank you to Philip and Mary Ellen, who threw a wonderful shower, and also a lot of my family members helped them out for Jeff and Carrie in December back in Minneapolis. So a lot of the people that couldn't be here were able to participate. And I also want to thank Ted for helping us with the Abdallah situation today. And also has provided rides.
Thank you.
And this brings me to Jeffy's friends. Most people make lifelong friends in high school or in college. Jeff has been blessed with truly great friends and from both eras. I didn't think it was possible for him to be in a better crew than the Benilde crew. So salute Benilde crew. But I gotta tell you, the guys from Santa Clara that I've gotten to know, and there are many, are truly wonderful individuals. And I don't know a lot of their significant others, but those that I've met are beautiful people as well. And I salute you all as well, and I'm so grateful that you are here and that you support this wonderful couple that we've gotten to love. And we want to thank you for being here on this special day. You have truly been great friends to our son and his beautiful bride, Carrie. So to all of Jeff and Carrie's college friends, salute. You guys are the best. I had an incredible gift. I was able to drive Jeff out for 2 weeks when he first came to Santa Clara. We stopped and played golf. We stopped and stayed with Weston. And that was an experience I don't think I'll ever forget. However, Flagstaff is beautiful. We also stopped and stayed with Ted and Jane in LA. And we met up with a friend of mine, Jerry Rieger, and he actually followed us up to Santa Clara. Because he had said, I think Jeff would do pretty well at Santa Clara, so I'll always be grateful to him for recommending that. We were in the middle of Utah driving. There's nobody within 100 miles of us. A guy comes out, follows behind Jeffy's Jeep, roars by us, pulls in front of us, and throws a rock through the windshield. And I thought, what are we doing? Janet then flew out and met us in Santa Clara, and they had the welcome celebration I'm sure you all remember well. And then we drove Jeffy's Jeep home because we didn't want him to have a car in college that first year because we thought there might be a little alcohol involved. Fortunately, that turned out not to be the case. However, when we left, there was this long hair. It was about twice as long as his hair is now. And believe it or not, Gunar's hair was longer. And if you know Gunnar, you know he's at least a foot taller than my son. And we're looking in the rearview mirror, and Jenna turns to me and goes, "What have we done?" But it turned out marvelously. And Gunnar, you are a wonderful friend of my son. This brings me to Carrie. When she came home with Jeff on Christmas, my wife said this could be the one. We took some fabulous trips with them, and we knew this was the one. You are truly intelligent, beautiful, and most importantly, you are so kind and loving to my son. You have a marvelous family. We had the pleasure of having them in our home. We've had some wonderful times together, and we hope that it continues in the future as well. We thank you for that. We feel blessed that our families are joining together. As for the future, here's my advice. Who knows? Who cares? Enjoy the ride. It's going to be fun. Finally, I wish to thank my wife. 33 years. You are beautiful, intelligent, caring, and kind. You are generous of spirit, and time, talent, and treasure. You are the rock for your family and for mine. You are loving, and you were and are an incredible mother. You have been the joy of my life. I am so grateful for all you have taught me and the love and kindness and tenderness you have shown our children. Life is an example of how good a mother you are because, Heather, you are a fantastic mother. So here's my advice to Jeff and Carrie. Find someone like Janet to live your life with. To marry and cherish each day in your life. I know Jeffy has taken this advice, and Carrie, I believe you have also. Keep God in your life. Continue to grow in love with one another and have gratitude for one another and for each day in your life. You are so blessed. So everyone raise a glass and toast this fantastic couple. Cheers.